Selamat Hari Raya Aidil Fitri. Welcome to Notepad. This is my so-called Raya special because as you can see, I'm all donned up in my baju Melayu, the very one that I wear at least once a year, and this is one of those many occasions that I do wear it once a year. However, I'm all dressed up and nowhere to go, largely because this Raya is the most different of them all, because I can't leave the house. I can't go to my friends and family's houses. I can't kunjung mengunjung, and I can't rapatkan silaturahim physically, but I can do it virtually. And this is one of the many ways that I'm doing right now. Throughout the day, I've been saying hi to all my relatives and friends, and we're trying to make sure that the Raya spirit come alive. If you've missed the Raya special that we did on Astro AWANI at 9 o'clock just now, I urge you to look for it online at astroawani.com. We did a lot of conversations with a lot of people in and around the country, the movers and shakers, so-called. We spoke to some artists, we spoke to some regular people, we spoke to some politicians, we spoke to the regular folk out there, and asking them how their Raya has been. For this Raya, and for this particular show in particular, we want to talk about how we are going to celebrate Raya differently. The main feature of any Hari Raya is, of course, sending duit Raya or giving duit Raya to children, to young kids, to people that we feel is deserving of it. But because we can't give it physically, because we can't meet the individual physically, a lot of chatter and a lot of conversation has been going around in terms of giving duit Raya through mobile wallets. So throughout the show, I'm going to be speaking to some of the mobile wallet providers to ask them how can users use their services and give their mobile wallets out there. So joining us, our first guest is from GrabPay, Priyanka Madan. Selamat Hari Raya to you. I don't know whether you've been celebrating Hari Raya in this country yet. Have you?
Well, I've been here 7 years, so as good as in Malaysia now, and totally in the spirit of Raya this season.
Okay, Priyanka, let's get down to, well, somewhat of a business here. The purpose of me calling you over and for you to oblige having you on my show is because we want to talk a little bit about GrabPay. The idea here is that physical distancing needs to be observed. People can't really shake hands anymore, at least for the foreseeable future. And you know, kids still want duit Raya, and adults still want to give kids duit Raya. So how do they go about doing so, perhaps through your app?
So GrabPay has always had the feature of being able to transfer to your friends and your peers money. What we have launched, as we have always done in every festival spirit, is a Do It Raya campaign, where anyone with absolute ease on our app and in a very safe cashless way can transfer Do It Raya to their friends and loved ones as long as they're on the contact list on their phone. And what you stand to gain, especially during our campaign period, is 50 Grab reward points for every Do It Raya transaction that you do to our app. And some of the highest spenders, the more you share the love and the joy with your loved ones, you stand to gain close to about 20,000 Grab reward points if you're the top 5 top spender through Do It Raya on GrabPay app. But it's the most seamless experience someone could experience of transferring Do It Raya to their loved ones.
Yeah, let's talk about specifics. So I opened the app and there's an icon there on the app that says Do It Raya.
So when you go to our app, when you go into the GrabPay wallet, which is on the top left-hand corner, you see your balance and you go in. There's the option to click on transfer, and it's as easy as that. When you click on transfer, it prompts you the amount and selecting from your contact list who you want to send it to. We also have this beautiful interface with a very curated message on Raya wishes that go along with the money that you're transferring over to your loved one.
Priyanka, let's talk a little bit about the Ramadan period that has just passed. Of course, people are spending more through online services, online delivery. Grab Food perhaps might see an intake in terms of the usage there. How do you think, first of all, before I ask you what do you think the future will be, how has the Ramadan behavior amongst consumers changed, particularly during the MCO?
So I think two-facet answer to this. Grab itself has taken a plethora of initiatives on our app, right? Whether it be to keep the Raya season alive, bring the most favorite of the Grab food cuisines, the Raya cuisines to our customers. We've really taken tech to a level where not just benefiting the merchants and the small sellers by providing our app as a tech platform for them to reach out to the customers, but really for the customers as well within the lockdown scenario, being at home, they don't feel deprived of the Raya bazaars, the cloud kitchen concept that we have brought in. Everything is right to the convenience of being delivered to their doorstep. So if you go to our app, we do have Grab Express as a service to bring gifts to your friends and loved ones. We have the Grab Bazaar, which was launched with a curated selection of Grab food services. We also launched Grab e-Kitchen, which is really the cloud kitchen concept, which is benefiting both the small and medium kitchen and enterprises, as well as bringing the best of the food to the convenience of people at their doorsteps. But I think on the flip side, to answer your other part of the question, uh, people have really understood the merits of cashless in this season, and I think they're getting more and more comfortable as we see on Grab. The usage of Grab Express, the usage of Grab Food has grown, and this is not just amongst the current customer base like me who have just doubled up their consumption, ordering lunch, breakfast, dinner, everything on. But it's really the new consumers who are coming in and exploring more of what Grab has to offer. So I would really give a loud shout out to everyone who has embraced cashless and trusted Grab. A, it's a safe platform, and B, the convenience is unlike any other platform.
So moving forward, I mean, Ramadan has ended, Raya is here, and the country is bracing itself for the MCO, conditional or not, to be lifted. And there's a lot of punters out there making bets on when the government is going to announce normalcy or return back to normalcy, with new norm being in place, of course, no shaking hands, still physical distancing, stuff like that. How do you foresee the usage of contactless or the usage of e-wallet moving forward from here onwards?
I think it's definitely on a growing trend, even more so now than it was before. We were lucky to get the government supporting the impetus that e-Tunai won back in Jan, that we got through with the government support. But the cashless drive is really on an exponential scale, as I would put it. People are understanding the benefit of it, they're understanding the advantage of it, and the convenience of it. And the more they use it, they also begin to trust the platform. I think for Grab, at least, the tech and the safety of holding the consumer's money is absolutely pivotal. And we have made numerous educational campaigns to make people aware of how they can be beware of fraudsters and scammers, and yet ensure them that on the Grab tech side, we are absolutely foolproof and we have world-class anti-fraud systems in place. But to cut short my answer to your question, cashless revolution is just here. It's to stay, and we would just see more and more adopters following suit with the early adopters who.
Fantastic. Priyanka, again, thanks for taking the time to speak with us. It is, after all, the Raya mood, and I really want to connect with as many human beings as possible, other than my family and friends nearby. But again, thanks again for speaking to us. That was Priyanka Madan, head of GrabPay. Of course, we're going to have a lot more after this. Join us after the break. Don't go anywhere.